The official portrait of Shelby County Mayor Lee Harris was unveiled today at the National Civil Rights Museum. The mayor was surrounded by family and friends for the unveiling. The portrait was painted by Memphis artist Jared Small. Small graduated from Overton High School, which happens to be the same school that Harris attended. How about that?
Yeah.
Well, after 8 years of leading the county, Harris is leaving politics and returning to teaching law.
But before he leaves the role for good, he sat down with WREG investigator April Thompson for a candid interview about his accomplishments and what is still left to do.
Well, I think it's been an incredible ride. It's really been one of the honors to be able to serve in this capacity.
Shelby County Mayor Lee Harris winding down his run as top county leader and reflecting on what he is most proud of after his 2 terms in the mayor's chair.
So healthcare, obviously we've been one of the leaders in making sure that people and families are supported in a wide variety of domains, including healthcare. And so you can think about the Regional 1 project, which is going to be a game changer for Memphis and Shelby County and completely change the face of downtown and allow them to continue to serve folks that are underinsured or uninsured.
The mayor also proud of his push for a new Frazier High School, a multi-million-dollar investment in a building and the neighborhood.
You know, I started a conversation about Frazier. I had to, drag people kicking and screaming to say this is the way to take care of deferred maintenance because most of our school buildings are among the oldest buildings in the Shelby County portfolio. And finally succeeded in convincing enough people that we should do a project like that.
But he says the future of an East Region school may be dead because of state intervention. Harris has been vocal about his opposition to the state of Tennessee intervening in Shelby County school affairs, even filing suit to stop a takeover.
Cameron Sexton, the Speaker of the House, has never solicited a vote in Memphis and Shelby County and doesn't live here. The same is true about the Lieutenant Governor. And yet they are the most powerful people when it comes to our school system. None of those people are involved in education.
But one thing Harris is involved in is the county budget, at a time when the county has been borrowing money to make payroll. Many look to the mayor for an explanation.
Finances of the county are pretty fair to stable, so I'm not particularly worried about the finances. Obviously, the loan is a very normal thing. Many counties do it.
The mayor instead pointing to a balanced budget he sent to the county commission that he says was changed.
I've always been about making sure that we control our spending the same way households do. But, the commission is a different story, obviously. They want to make grants and those kinds of things. And we've got to do something to rein in those grants because those grants are very expensive for the county. And it's something we can't afford. And it inhibits us from shoring up our rainy day fund.
But perhaps the jail issue is one of the top things that continues to come back to Mayor Harris, with Shelby County Sheriff saying budget cuts by the mayor aren't allowing repairs to be made, and there is no plan to replace the aging structure.
The charter specifies who does what in Shelby County, and the mayor, although I would love to be, is not in charge of the jail. It's the one facility in Shelby County government that the charter specifically says the mayor is not in charge of that building. There's only one person, according to Shelby County Charter, that is in charge of the jail, and that's the Shelby County Sheriff. We support the sheriff if he calls us over because his repair people, his plumbers, his electricians are not able or up to the task. We're happy to support him in every way that's possible. The sheriff routinely brings repair requests to the county commission. He routinely administers contracts to repair that building, and the charter provides that he's in charge of that building. Am I willing to support him? 100%.
The mayor says while a new jail is needed, it's not priority over school buildings that are even older.
We've got too many communities like that and too many buildings that are far older than that jail to make it the #1 priority when we all know there's a connection between the population of the jail on the one hand and how much we invest and think about doing right by our kids.
Harris sticking to his views as he exits the mayor's seat. As for what's next and if more politics are in his future.
I've done my service and I really, really support the next generation of people coming up, and I'd love to see them and I'd love to see their energy and I'd love to see them have a chance to lend their talents to some of these roles. And so I'll go back to being a professor and I'm looking forward to it. I'll be able to speak my mind or speak my mind more and so I'm looking forward to going back to higher education and being a professor.
Investigating for your news leader in Memphis, April Thompson, WREG News Channel 3.
Moving on, New Horizons. Well, Harris's last day in office is August 31st. That's next Monday. Last week, the University of Mississippi announced that Mayor Harris will join their faculty this fall as a tenured law professor.